Good day, everyone. Alex here, back with some more Horizon Zero Dawn. Don't know if I'll do at 2 streams tonight. It may be just one, because I'm trying to double duty between this and trying to level up my characters in Iceborne. But so far we're going along. Last time we did Maker's End, which took us to the remains of a Pharaoh Industries building, where we learned the cause of the machine infestation that plagued planet Earth, which ended up being a rather not-so-subtle cross between the Flood from Halo and the Reapers from Mass Effect. And I will, of course, further elaborate on how I feel about that when I finish the game. But yeah. So yeah, we went up the building, found the third power cell, and now we gotta go to another place for information called the Grave-Hoard. I've scoured the map. There doesn't seem to be any side quests at the moment, but we'll see. And apparently this next area is like beneath the remains of another Horus machine, which is a Reaper. Let's be honest, that's what it is. Giant tentacle squid thing right here, just like where the Temple of the All-Mother is. So yeah, that's the plan. Let's get away from here before I get assaulted by damn Glinthawks. And there it is, right up there. So, what? No need to knock so loudly, Dad.
Make sure you got your headset on.
Headset's on. Oh.
I want to make sure you can hear me.
I can hear you. I can hear a knock quite well.
The scissors door here?
What?
The scissors door here?
Yeah, what about it?
It's in my house.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, it's mine.
Yes, I know it's your house, but I also live here.
I want to be on it.
You're interrupting my stream, damn it. Ah. Dad says hello. Nice starry sky right up there. Sheesh. And yeah, I looked it up. The next power cell is in this level, the Grave-Hoard. Okay, so we gotta go inside a Reaper. And yes, I'm still gonna call it that, because that's what it is. Giant tentacled machine monstrosity that consumes organic life to make more of themselves. And a maser tank. Rotting away. Damn. Now that is quite the lighting. So we gotta go under there, huh? Oh yeah, the Frozen Wilds is just further north of here.
This must be the pass Latour was talking about. With Banuk territory just above.
Yep, but we're not going there yet. Debating still whether or not I actually want to do it in this playthrough or save it for another one. It's no bigger than other parts of the game. honestly.
It's heavy. World's going white.
White and blue, really. Jesus Christ, the particle effects. That's fire, right? Yep. Into the bowels of hell.
Scrabbling a bit. They're inside, too.
Ah, shit. Cultists. And a lot of bodies.
That does it. Time to take a look around the room.
I love blowing them up.
Operation Enduring Victory. What did that mean? Whatever it was, doesn't seem to have turned out very well.
Yeah, it was a military operation, from sounds of things. Whoa, corruptor. And maser tanks. Yes, I know that's probably not what they're called, but that's what they look like. From the Godzilla films. Whoa. Sergeant Wandery.
A battle. Frozen in ice and time.
Yup, 9th Mechanical Response Brigade. So they were battling the machines over here. Captain Vandana Sarai. What's left of him.
These will keep.
Lieutenant Fiona Murrell. 9th Mechanized Brigade.
Titan inbound, same play as Akron. Base defense locks it down. We engage, sever the limbs, blast out the fountains.
Another day in the life. Record time, very close. Anti-MOB on point. Hoorah!
Are you getting this, Silence? Silence?
It's not available. We got another one. Yana Mills. Corporal.
Looks like quite an enduring victory we put our foot in today.
Contact in 30 seconds.
Hey, think that's enough time for Sobek to finish Zero Dawn?
If this is really it, I gotta say, it's been an honor to serve beside these tanks.
Here it comes.
Brace for contact!
Silence, you getting this?
What is it?
All these soldiers. They died here.
People die all the time. I'll keep going and find something interesting.
Yeah, they lied. They died in the last battle. Yellow. You made it just in time, actually. Sergeant Guliev. Lieutenant Acosta. Oh.
Say again, Lieutenant.
It got through. Titan is through the defenses. Still on approach. Ah,
A live one. And he's pissed.
We've got no mobility in here. It'll punch right through us.
we hold the hedge at all costs, then push back out.
We go there, but what's over here? Stranded necklace. Not sure what that is. Stranded necklace. Curious merchant still turns from metal. English trade will play here. Wait a minute. That looks just like the freaking. That looks like the head of that soldier thingamajig in the new logo for Death Strand. For Kojima's new studio logo for Death Stranding or whatever it is. Oh my god, Kojima's in this game. No! No Kojima! I do not want Kojima in anywhere in this game. Please. Okay, so going further down into the 9 blue hells. How do I get down? And I'm dead because the game did not tell me where to fucking drop. And there's a fucking ant in my bed. Hold on a second.
An ant?
Yeah.
It's
like crawling across me on my bed. I'm like, how? I'm outraged. How the F did an insect get in here that big? Ant the size of a quarter snuck into my bed. Jesus. What? I don't know. It better not have come through the outlet. Or something. Okay. Let's do this again, because the game completely screwed me over. Get the thing again. Ant. I freaking hate insects. Hate them. Can't crawl in there. Nope. And it looks like I may have missed a dialogue because I recorded off of a body and I don't know whose it was.
Say again, Lieutenant.
There it
Yes,
is.
sir. Titan is through the defenses. Still on approach.
Ah, crap. A live one. And he's pissed.
We've got no mobility in here. It'll punch right through us.
We hold the hedge at all costs, then push back out.
Silence, you getting this?
What is it?
All these soldiers. They died here.
People die all the time. But keep going and find something interesting.
Oh, she already said that.
Titan inbound, same play as Akron. Base defense locks it down. We engage, sever the limbs, blast out the fountains.
Another day in the life. Record time, we close. Anti-MIB on point. Hoorah!
Got my bearings again. Okay, where the heck was I supposed to go down? Was I supposed to... Oh, this thing. I had a feeling that's what it was, but the game didn't tell me shit. Okay, there's a yellow. Apparently I'm supposed to go down there, but I want to know what's over here.
No room.
Bonus supply crate.
Must have been where the soldiers slept. Like the lodge in Mother's Heart, I guess.
Lieutenant Acosta A.
Log. Third Battle of California Marine. The swarm came in from the Pacific, and I don't know if it was the local Minutemen or the crazy 15th, but they'd set the garbage patch alight. Man, the sea was on fire. That stuff was pretty. The first wave of bots came in covered in burning sludge. It bought us an hour or two of slaughtering them on the beaches before the swarm recalculated. We pulled them inland, back to the Kalmar sprawl. Dropped buildings on them, EMP'd the grid. Standard operating procedure. The last time I was in California, I was 5, 6? The light was like that vintage social net filter that was everywhere in the 40s.
That's it. Waiting to see if it continued. Oh, who's this? Lieutenant Costa B.
Log. First battle of the eastern seaboard wall. Had a long run up to it. This was before Kalmar, and projections were a lot worse for the east. For 3 weeks, we kept getting scrambled out to some coastal burg to train Minutemen. It was always raining on account of Europe already being torched. Block after block of prefab barracks. They were still printing barracks right up until the hour the main force hit. The Minutemen? We ran combat drills with them in the streets where they'd lived, trying to pretend they might live to die somewhere else if they paid attention. Nothing worse than the ones who actually bought into it. hopeful, pestering us with questions about Zero Dawn like we know something they don't. I swear, the more we do this, the more like the bots we are. Except they learn from every fight. Us? I'm not so sure.
So I came in from the Pacific, and then the East Coast too. Sheesh. Elements have completely taken over this place, just like the last one.
What was this place?
Looks like it was a military barrack. And they printed a reminder again. Voicemail, Fiona Morell.
Recalls, I've been instructed to remind you of Article 115 of base policy regarding unauthorized use of processor cycles. Specifically 115C. Any holographic simulation not directly related to operational training or efficiency. Consider yourself reminded and enjoy your gaming.
Gaming. Probably playing COD or Gears of War for pastime. So they printed barracks. I'm guessing they 3D printed them or something. Sounds like it. Double backing, double checking. Pointing that away. Looked over there. I'm trying to keep an eye out for them power cells and other bonuses. Just a little longer, Sergeant Guliev.
Thanks for the mails, you. Time goes fast on active duty. 4 months with the wrecking recalls. I don't know, 20 drops. In and out of the West Coast, fighting with these civilian enlistees, scrappy guys and gals. Their training is basically, here's a DEW, when you see a bot, hit it. But somehow it's all coming together. Between us and the 6th MRB, we took down a horse at Lithium Beach. Pulled out before its buddies arrived, but to see a big one go down, I hope it made the news, honey. Showed everyone we're gonna have a shot at turning this around. We just need to give Project Zero Dawn the time it needs, that everything will be the way it used to be.
Used to be, in a matter of speaking, if you could even say that. There's another one.
I know it's been days, honey. I'm so sorry. Deployments are getting real long and tougher every time. The swarm's getting better at predicting us. Less of us now. And we have to put in 10 times the work for everyone gone. Like a family business on hard times, only... this isn't my family. It's not with you. I still try to see you. The life we had. In the eyes of the people out there. I remember when they were glad to see us. When they still had hope. It all seems to be slipping away. I don't even recognize the places we're defending. The only thing I know I'm still fighting for is... you. The Zero Dawn to turn this around. Whatever the hell that is.
Yeesh. A message to his loved one. For his girl. Sorry, just had to adjust myself just now. Was in a bad position.
The furnishings were metal. How'd they ever get comfortable?
A lot of pillows.
World. Guess they were used to it.
A lot of pillows. And looks like we go further down, I think. More logs. Corporal Sarai A. Text log. Looking back, I thought 64 was shaping up to be a pretty good year. No more drinking and no more mercenary sect work. Stripping offshore wind farms for the OEZ, just me and a plasma cutter. Oh crap, is it Dead Space now? Ugh. Then again, we do have the air gun. 400 feet above sea level, that I got the recall alert. Read every angle, better pay, amnesty for any combined wars you'd fought in, guaranteed citizenship. We should have thought, okay, what's the catch? But what we did think was, I guess we're better than the bots after all. Big talk from Harris about pride and duty. Smart guy. He was right. I had been proud to be a U.S. soldier. I jumped at the chance to be one again. Look what I landed in. Yep, defending the last bastion of organic life in the end of the world. Don't know what this was.
Just one bed. Maybe they're war chief's room.
Corporal Sarai B. Last night we got talking about D-Day 55. I was a kid then. Only a few years out of boot camp. General Assembly in a drone hangar. Summer and the sky was bare. The heat was killer. They say U.S. human combat forces were being disbanded. All automated now. We're last cycle's tech. Out like the old net. 1 million more on basic and a century recession. Could be you'll help build the robots that took your jobs. Or if you know how to handle a power suit, you could find a place that still uses manual labor. Maybe in the OEZ or China where you're not our problem. Low suicide risk, it said in my discharge file. They tried phasing out the good old-fashioned human troops and tried to replace them with robo ones. Well, a fat load of good that did. And is a huge, and is, you know, it sounds like a nice and all, but at the end of the day, probably not a good idea. The old human touch is always the most necessary. Okay, so we could either take the rope or go the old-fashioned way down. Because I'm curious, let me take a look-see. Yeah, pretty much what I expected. Whoa, bunker
Red
door,
light.
right?
Guess that means no power.
Yep, it's locked. Probably roundabout. Restore power to the ancient door.
These wires must run to the power source.
So we follow them.
Whatever powered this door should be close by.
That must be it. Looks like it's a puzzle.
I haven't seen one of these since I was a little kid. There must be some kind of code. Maybe I should try scanning objects in this area. Oh, that's informative.
Holographic display shows the signs required. Okay, so we gotta put them in the right order. Up, down, left, right. This one looks fine. Up, down, left, right.
3 power lines, resources. That makes 1.
Okay, how do I get down from here? Another recording.
Hey, y'all wanted to know how I remember the geotherm system reboot? Goes like this. Bird flies north in summer, east in spring, west in fall, and south in winter. Didn't expect to hear nature poetry from the lips of Mike the GT Tech now, did you? As usual, I defy expectations.
Code Nexus reminder.
Hey, y'all wanted to know how I remember the geotherm system reboot? Goes like this. Bird flies north in summer, east in spring, west in fall, and south in winter. Didn't expect to hear nature poetry from the lips of Mike the GT Tech now, did you? As usual, I defy expectations.
North. East. West. South.
That's 2. 1 more.
Alrighty. Simple enough. Whoa. Looks like it's north, north, and south, south.
Did it. Sounds like that did it.
That was an easy one. Not terribly hard, really. Just some basic problem solving. The second one actually had a bit more thought into... Actually had required a bit of memorization.
Tools being used. No voices. No eclipse. Must be another way in.
Yeah, they're making a lot of noise. And there's the 4th power cell.
A power cell. Like the ones I found before. I'm gonna have to figure this out.
Now we have one more in another level later in the game. They even got a scrapper, but that's child's play.
It's them, all right. They're not looking for answers. Just weapons.
Dredger. I want them to get a bit closer to each other, so that way I can blow them up in one fell swoop.
Get this off of me!
Don't mind me.
Yow!
Hee, I love doing that. was it? Glass.
All right.
How? He didn't see me? I have no idea. My resources, how do they look? Filled.
Well, they're still surprised.
Got his gun. Glorious. Shardy Boombardy.
I'd have to leave something else behind.
Shrooms. Potion that I don't need. Shards. Should I take the gun with me, or do I leave it? Looks like I have to leave it. Looks like I can jump. Nice water glow. Don't know how I missed that. How the hell am I missing? Do I get a running start? I guess that's what I have to do. Yep, worked. More stuff. A lot of stuff. Edited and approved voicemail. Guliev again.
Thanks for the mails, you. Time goes fast on active duty. 4 months with the wreck and recalls, fighting with these civilian enlistees, scrappy guys and gals. That's all coming together. Between us and the 6th MRB, we took down a horse. I hope you made the news, honey. Showed everyone we're turning this around. We just need to give Project Zero Dawn the time it needs.
Guliev edited approved too.
I know it's been days, honey. I'm so sorry. Deployments are getting real long. We have to put into work for everyone. Like a family business. I still see you in the eyes of the people out there. They were glad to see us. They still had hope. I'm still fighting for you.
Wrong button. Status report from Fiona.
Status report. 9th Mechanized Response Brigade, Commanding Officer Lieutenant Fiona Morrell. Unit morale continues to be adversely impacted by outbound engagements against the Pharaoh Plague, especially when said engagements occur in sectors where civilian guard enlistees have been heavily engaged. The scope and nature of fatalities suffered by civilian guard and unarmed civilians in these sectors defy description. And witnessing it is generating a pervasive sense of hopelessness in the unit. Accordingly, I once again request that deployments of the 9th MRB be temporarily refocused on facilities that are mission critical to Project Zero Dawn. And once again, I request an immediate update on the status of Project Zero Dawn's timeline.
Getting impatient. Guliev again, I believe in you.
Ames, I know I mail you too much. I'm just proud of what you're doing. Everyone back home is. We got moved inland 10 kilometers, just as a precaution, they say. School's still in session, so I get to keep my eye on Andres and Reggie. We never know where or when you're fighting, but when the VTOLs go over, all the kids run out and wave. I believe in you. I know nothing's ever gonna be the same, but I believe in you. I believe in us.
Roshana Guliev. So it was his wife calling him back. She sounds pretty. Please reply.
Ames, I don't even know if you're alive anymore. The mails I get from you, they say they're from you, but they don't sound... They sound recycled. Phrases put together, and you don't say anything about the news I pass on. The containment zone, the rebreathers, the rioting, One Earth. What happened in the Dallas bubble, Ames, that wasn't the robots. They won't even give me a straight answer when I demand to know if you're still alive. They just say if your messages keep coming, then you're still operational. It's not fair, Ames. It's not fair that you won't be with me when the lights go out. I love you.
That's so sad.
Yeah. Torn family. All thanks to one stupid robot glitch in the robots. Use the console. There's still some stuff. That's where we were. What's this? God damn it. USRC deployment records. December 2065, Week 1 confidential Operation Kickback, Reno, Nevada. Civilian Guard and Armor Battalions skirmished with Vanguard elements of Pacific Northwest Swarm PN-12. Engagement began at 0600 and concluded with a withdrawal at 2100 the following day. Losses in excess of 40% reported. Operation Thick Skull, Shenandoah Valley, SA Tech, Virginia, 12th MRB, supported by Civilian Guard, fought a rearguard action against the Eastern Seaboard Swarm, ES-17. Engagement began at 0800. At approximately 1400, 12th MRB reported the position was overrun and received authorization to detonate SA Tech facility, inflicting significant damage on ES-17. Surviving elements of 12th MRB withdrawn to Akron, Cleveland defensive line. Operation Body Blow, Akron, Ohio, 9th and 10th MRBs reported by sustained aerial strikes assaulted the Horus-class Titan, resupplying the Eastern Seaboard Swarm. ES-18 engagement began at 0400 and concluded at 2200 with the elimination of the Titan. Note that this is 9th MRB's third Titan kill with minimal losses. Brigade readiness status. 3rd MRB refused recall orders from Operation Pinch Hit. Deployment along Pensacola, Tallahassee defensive line. Court-martial proceedings underway. Uh-oh. 7th MRB recalled from New York engagement zone to reinforce Rachita Theater, ready. 9th MRB refitting at USRC facilities, ready. 10th MRB transferred from Kalmar, data corrupted. Whoops. Huh. Pensacola and Tallahassee, that's Florida. Use the console right there. What's over here? Nothing in here. I'm guessing that's the way out.
No space.
Use the console, I suppose. Alrighty, holo projector.
What is this?
That? It's a map.
A map of what?
Our world. The planet Earth, Aloy. It's not flat like you thought.
Why would I think that?
It's
During
backwards.
eclipses, the shadow cast on the moon is curved. So our world is a globe. And it looks like this, from a distance.
We'll discuss this another time. Back to the matter at hand.
The Faro robots were spreading across the world, eating everything up. Somehow, Elizabeth stopped them before it was too late. But how?
Never mind, the map is correct. It looked off at first like it was reversed, but no, it's good. Must have been the holographic projector, you know, because of the see-throughness of it. Yep. Round and spherical. South America, North America, Australia, Antarctica, Africa, Asia and Europe, and the Arctic. Now the door's open. Whoa. Hello again, Sovereign. Nice to see you in a different franchise.
The Eclipse. Tampering with the Metal Devil. They don't think they can wake it, do they?
Watch out!
They awoke something, alright.
Another Kobish. And this one can move.
Yeesh. Kill the Deathbringer and the Eclipse troops. Probably best to be up here. What is that? A launcher, huh? They wanted me to go down anyway before it blew me up. It blows up the platform and I die anyway. Whoops.
And this one can move.
Kopesh. Going down.
You can see them. I can't see them.
I think I need something more powerful. Tear Blaster. The extra rope caster. I don't need that. Break off all the pieces. A gun. Flamethrower. And I'm dead because I didn't pay attention. Ugh. He's a challenge, alright. Yeah, I gotta, like, move whenever he does the launchers. Elemental sling. Deathbringer. Weakness to fire and shock damage. Grenade launcher, huh? Gun turret is weak to tear. Try this again.
Another Kobish. And this one can move.
Wait a minute, where are the bad guys? Nope, but you are. Gotta see if I can get it away from the gun right there and use it against it. Yeah, use it against it. Much better.
Soldiers long ago. They had to fight hundreds of those all at once.
Yup. That went way better this time. Since I figured out what I was supposed to do.
Forget about traveling light.
Deathbringer heart. I wonder if that is tradable for something. Much better. So I go through that door right there, huh? Okay, so a second Deathbringer, this time one that walked. And much better than the first two times. And the fact that I got to take off its gun and do major damage is something. You know what? Honestly, using their own weapons against them is like the probably like the best way to defeat a lot of the enemies in this game. Take their own guns and blow them away with them. They're practically helpless before you when you do that. Thunderjaws, Ravagers, and now Deathbringers. It's like, holy shit! Their own weapons tear them apart practically. Looks like you can't climb the scaffolding. Didn't use the bombs like I expected to this time around. Guess because I dealt so much damage with the gun that I didn't need to. Go around again so I can, because I just made myself fresh ammo. That was cool. I liked it. Can't get this.
Got too much already.
Sadly. Deathbringer heart. Okay, out the door. Sealed shut rooms. I haven't seen any more breakable stalactites and stalagmites again since the very first ruin in the beginning of the game. Biosphere degradation. August 2065, confidential. Hello? Chief findings: despite increased tactical proficiency of elite civilian guard units in many hard-won engagements in the Central European, Antarctic, and Pacific Reach theaters, the feral plague's rate of advance has not slowed, nor has its biomass consumption rate. Damage to the biosphere has already exceeded 2038 levels by every measure and grows worse by the day. Extinction timeline projections remain unchanged, with OAC predicted for mid-November 2065, annihilation of exposed human population in February 2066, extinction of macrobiotic land organisms by the end of March 2066, and extinction of marine life in early 2068. Continued secrecy, Project Zero Dawn, the utter silence regarding its mechanisms of action and completion data, make it impossible to predict Zero Dawn's impact, or lack of impact, on the extinction timeline. Atmospheric collapse, atmospheric oxygen depletion, and toxic emissions remain the greatest environmental threat to Operation Enduring Victory, as well as the wider civilian population and animal life. Operational atmospheric collapse OAC is currently predicted for mid-November 2065, after which military personnel will require rebreathing apparatuses to operate in the open, and civilians will only be able to survive inside sealed structures. The requirements for air scrubbing and recycling in facilities is addressed in Addendum A linked to this report. Potable water shortages. Wait, don't you mean portable? I don't know. Major water treatment facilities are already struggling to process water sources compromised by rainfall, heavily contaminated by toxins emitted by the consumption of the Eastern Hemisphere, following the necessary shutdown of all nano-scrubbing functionality. Wastewater recycling is already beyond capacity. Military response escalation. Addenda linked to this document over the short-term effects of scorched earth engagements in defense of the western seaboard and the ongoing effects of the oceanic economic zones. Use of nuclear weapons to delay the enemy's initial advance across the Pacific theater. Data corrupted. Okay. Hello, Najib. Enjoy the show. No level up system point yet. And I apologize if I spelled your name incorrectly. Continue out this way. Another hologram.
Can't carry more.
Another one. Secure comm.
Dr. Sobek, as projected, the Wichita salient has collapsed. 5 Horus-class Titans have broken through. We predict contact in 34 hours.
Everything is in position, General. It took a few shortcuts to pull everything together, but Zero Dawn is functionally complete. Good to go.
That enduring victory served its purpose after all.
Yes, if we'd had even one day less.
I've sent you an encoded file, Doctor. Please do me the favor of archiving it.
I'll see what I can do. What is it?
A brief statement. An allocution of crimes, I guess you'd call it.
To what are you admitting guilt?
Over the past 16 months, Doctor, I have presided over the greatest wholesale slaughter of military personnel and civilians in the history of history. Genghis Khan, Hitler, Stalin, Sorabella. Add them all together. They don't even come close.
You didn't do the killing, General.
No, not directly. But I didn't wind up the highest-ranked military commander in the United States by resisting the automation of the armed forces. Even before the swarm, Doctor, I was helping death along. So, instead of letting what I've done sink into the murk, forgotten, I sent a file with all the details. Let posterity judge my actions with clear vision.
I'll do as you ask, General. But you should consider that were it not for your actions, our actions, there wouldn't be any posterity to judge us.
Perhaps. Dr. Sobek.
At ease, General. And goodbye.
Hell of a thing.
So the general felt guilty for all the men he sent to fight the machines to their deaths. Another holo projector.
Thank you, Dr. Sobek. You can take a seat.
What? You're going to thank her after what she just said?
Dr. Sobek has made the situation very clear, General, and given us an option. We should all be thanking her.
Oh, it's just... I mean, my God.
Maybe take this discussion offline.
There's not going to be any discussion. You saw the numbers. Now, Pharaoh, he'll foot the bill, but his money can't buy the time necessary to complete Zero Dawn. That can only be paid for in blood.
Oh, come on. If we upgrade our fleet, crack the code somehow...
Were you not listening? Robots can't do the fighting for you this time. When it comes to hacking, this rogue swarm is an apex predator. Anything automated you throw at it, they will hijack and take over.
But this... we'd be throwing civilians into a meat grinder.
Commanders, the enemy we're facing self-replicates faster than we can kill it. And it eats biomass as fuel. Zero Dawn is all we've got.
So we put a railgun in the hand of every civilian strong enough to carry one, show them where the trigger is, and point them to the front? How the hell do we sell that?
By giving them something to fight for. Zero Dawn. The top-secret super-weapons program that will save us. So long as humanity holds off the swarm long enough for Dr. Sobek and her team to finish it. The file I'm sending contains the war plan for Operation Enduring Victory.
War plan? This is a war crime.
It may be ugly, but it's something. Consider the alternative. Dr. Sobek, I've secured use of a decommissioned orbital launch. Plenty of space there. When can you get started?
I'll do a list of Alpha and Beta candidates. Most are foreign nationals or subjects of corporate holdings, so extracting them...
Leave that to me. You'll get your dream team. Count on it.
Then I'll be off. Orbital launch base. What is that? What did these people do? What did Elizabeth do?
So they couldn't use the machines unless they all get hatched, so they threw soldier and civvy at them to hold them off. Escape an orbital station, huh? Why do we get the feeling it's not so orbital anymore?
Glad to be rid of that place. Now I just need to find the orbital launch base they talked about.
I've checked my data and located the base. That's the good news.
And the bad?
It's directly underneath the Citadel. The palace at Sunfall.
Bah!
The capital of the Shadow Carja. Not exactly convenient.
The palace is crawling with Eclipse agents. Many in positions of authority, all of them wearing focuses. The moment they see you, Hades will too. He'll issue another kill order, and this time, the entire Shadow Carja military will be after you.
So, disable their focuses. You've done it before.
It's not that simple. Too many focuses in one place, each of them communicating with each other and back to Hades, a whole network of them.
Network? What's that?
Imagine a vast, invisible web stretched across the land from end to end, connecting focuses together, allowing them to communicate over vast distances instantaneously.
All right, so is there some way to cut the web down?
Crash the network. Audacious. Yes, there is a way. A weak point in the network.
Point the way.
I'll send the location data to your focus. Head there, and I'll be in touch when you're close with more directions.
What was Zero Dawn? What sort of super weapon did Elizabeth make? She stopped the machines. Not before the world she knew, her civilization, ended. Let's hope it won't come to that again.
To curse the darkness. Alrighty. Four skills. Triple shot. Fighting back. I'll do this. Now, Frozen Wilds is up here. Do I do it or do I save it? Probably save it. I mean, it's not as tied into the main game as the Old Hunters was in Bloodborne. At all, really. So... So we gotta go over here. Crash the network, and it looks like we're actually heading to Sunfall. In hindsight.
Now, how am I gonna get down from here?
Like this.
This should be quite the ride.
Whee! How convenient.
I'd do that again, if it weren't so much work to get back up there.
Okay, that was good. That was fun. So sounds like we gotta head. Look at that, the ruins city right over there.
Getting soaked from melted snow.
Looks like the city. Yeah, Devil's Grief. Holy crap, we can see Devil's Grief all the way from here. Impressive. Impressive visuals are impressive. Longhorns over there.
Going down fast.
What the hell? They're all digging over the lake. That's an awkward position. I've yet to see any goose. And I need goose. But whatever. I need a goose skin in order to upgrade my next pouch. Unfortunately, just like rats, geese seem to be wherever they feel like, unlike the foxes and boars and rabbits where you can find just about everywhere. Even turkeys are more common. So yeah, that was a military base, and we found the last bastion, more or less. Nope, that's a fox, and that's a rabbit. Watcher corpse, who cares? There's a merchant not far away. I'm gonna take a break, and I'll come back in a little bit. So yeah, that was the Grave-Hoard. Pretty simple level, not for the most part, but an interesting one, and capped off with a cool boss fight against a Kopesh, which they're calling it instead of Deathbringer. Funny enough. So yeah, and he giant battle machine fight and a cool rope back down. Yeah, I'd say that was a good main mission. I liked it. So a little light on the combat, but it had its high points. So I'm gonna take a break, and when I come back in a little bit, we'll continue to the next location where Silas wants us to go, and it seems we're heading to Sunfall in hindsight. So that's it for part 25. Be back with part 26.